What's up, everybody? Wellness Week Live. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? How are you? What's up? You ever heard of ASMR videos? By the way, that's not this. Today we're talking about marriage. But remember, you ever see or hear ASMR? You know what that is? You know when they talk to you like this, when they do stupid shit like this, like meanwhile they got a friggin' bazillion views and bazillion subscribers. I ain't got shit. Anyways, but what's up, everybody? Okay, marriage. Wow, marriage. Is marriage outdated? Is marriage a thing of the past? Do we really need to be married nowadays? On Wellness Week Live. Okay, listen, don't listen to me. Always check with your professionals. But we see so many people, right? They're getting married, or they're married, or they're getting divorced. And look, this is not my opinion. Look at the odds out there, right? Depending on what odds and what studies you want to go with, the divorce rate in America is approximately 50-50, meaning 50% of people get divorced. Approximately. Could be 48%, could be 52%, whatever. That's not good. Let's just say it's 50-50, right? Okay. So 50 get divorced and the other 50, what? They're perfectly happy. So, my theory is you got 5, maybe 10% of people who are actually happy married after 10 years. Because everybody's happy the first month of marriage. They don't call it the honeymoon period for no reason. All you're doing is there's no kids, there's not a lot of bills, just you and your spouse, hanging and banging, and everybody's it's just, and then shit gets real. Then it's like, okay, a few years down the line, big bang. Oh my God, I didn't know this about you. Not me. Anyways, and that's not me being jaded. That's just, again, the stats that are out there. So is marriage really necessary? I mean, is it necessary to be married nowadays? I don't know. I mean, I think, and increasingly, increasingly, if you look at the stats, more and more people in America are opting not to get married. So what are they doing? They're just living together. They're having their families and whatever, and they just cohabitate, and you want to call it common law marriage, whatever, but they're not officially getting married. And you're seeing that's on the rise, and marriage is actually on the decline. Now you may say that's horrible. Well, I don't know. I mean, is it horrible? Because actually the irony is living together, being loyal to each other, that's marriage basically. What? You didn't get the ring? You're married. If you're not cheating on the person and you're sharing in the expenses and the bills and the child rearing, what's that called? It's a marriage. So it's just, you were playing semantics and word games and stuff like that, and so you could say, oh, the legal ramifications. We're going to get into that. Anyway, so I think that, look, you want to get officially married, knock yourself out. Get married 10 times, whatever. You don't want to get married, don't get married. You want to be single the rest of your life and never talk. That's fine too. It's America, baby. You do what you want. Whatever floats your boat. But I think, though, if you really look at the mechanics, quote unquote, the mechanics of marriage, I mean, there is no need to be married. I mean, you're going to raise kids, you're going to raise kids. You're going to be loyal, you're going to be loyal. Me putting a ring on my finger is not going to make me loyal to you. I'm already loyal. I don't need a ring to do that. What? Having kids? Like, what? You're impotent until you put the ring on? It's like, oh my God, I can all of a sudden, when I put the ring on, I can have 10 kids. For some reason, my spermatozoa is much stronger. No, you have kids, you have kids, you don't have kids. You're loyal, not loyal, whatever. The ring doesn't do shit. The certificate doesn't do shit. So I think, marriage, on one hand, I don't want to be cynical, but so on one hand, I think marriage is just it's a thing for the churches and the synagogues and the mosques to make their money, and it's a thing for the state to make their money because you got to pay a marriage license fee and yada yada yada. Really, that's the real right. On the other hand, there's something sweet about getting married, quote unquote, officially in front of friends and family at the synagogue or the mosque or the temple or the city hall courthouse. Like, there's something nice about that. And I'm in the business of this. I'm a DJ. That's what I do for a living. So I DJ a lot of weddings. Keep on getting married, folks. But no, I mean, like, there's something nice about that, about the religious ceremony of marriage. There's something really endearing and codifying and special about it, no doubt. But like I said, I mean, 50% divorce rate. I mean, marriage can't be that powerful. Everyone's bailing out. And the rest of the people, the other 40% are unhappy. So it's like, I don't know, like, what does this paper do for you? You know what I mean? So I think, obviously the religion has a lot to do with it. People's religion, if your God wants you to get married, I understand you're going to turn to the page of your God's book and say, oh, it says it here in our God's book. It says you should. All right. But this is America. So we don't have to, but I think yeah, I think there's no advantage to being married. This is the part where you try to be funny and say, "Oh, yeah, the legal protections." Well, no, that's what they have lawyers for. I can be with a woman and live together, and I could have my lawyer write up a power of attorney, the will, this and that. Like, I don't need to be married to her to have all those protections. What? That's what lawyers are for. So, but again, you want to get married, that's fine too. I think the other thing too is, people say, "Oh, if you want to have kids, so have kids." I know a ton of people who aren't married, but they're married, they live together, and they have children. So what? The kids are great. The kids are doing great. Everyone's happy. Like, what's the problem? Because you want them to get married. You know what I mean? Like, so I think too, though, the reality is age. I think like if you're in your 20s or 30s, you're probably going to succumb to that. Like, I get married in the church. My parents want me to. Eh. But if you're like my age now, I'm dating, and I'm at this time you're watching this video. I'm in my 50s, okay, and people in their 50s or 60s or 70s, if they're already been divorced once or twice, like they've had their kids, like what marriage? You know what I mean? Like what? I call you could just date and be what? Live together. You could live across town from each other and have a nice, wonderful relationship. There's so many people that do. I call it the Oprah Stedman relationship. Oprah Winfrey has been dating Stedman Graham forever, but they're not married. They don't even live together, and they seem to be pretty happy, and they seem to be together for a long time. So, and there's hundreds of thousands of relationships like that. I think age matters. So, you know, at this age, for myself, I'll speak for myself. Again, in my 50s, most of the women most all the women I'm gonna date, they're divorced. Most of them had their kids already. They know what they want. They're established. They don't need a man. I don't need a woman, but I want to have a woman in my life, and they want to have a man in their life. So it's a nice place to be. There's no talk of marriage. It's like, been there, done that. And if I ever got married again, cool, that's great. If I don't, cool, that's great. I can live with somebody, or I can just, be a partner to somebody forever, and that's it. Like there's no what, you know what I mean? You want a ring? I'll buy you a ring at Kmart here, Walmart. Here's the ring. You know what I mean? It's like, I think age has a lot to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So, I think too that uh, there's obviously societal pressures to get married, but again, I think with age that starts to dissipate. I mean, like, hey, I know people who are single in their 80s. They're widowed or been divorced 3 or 4 times, and they're not getting married again, but they got girlfriends, they got boyfriends, and they're happy. They have a nice, rich, fulfilling life. They go out to dinners, they go out dancing, they go out to museums, and they're in their 80s, living their best life. They're not getting married. There's no need to. So age matters. And I think how you were raised, if you're super religious or not, or whatever. And so, but I don't know. Yeah, I think we're seeing a decline in the official quote unquote marriage. The traditional sense of the word. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I think that's just, life, and that's okay. I think what matters more is treating your significant other with love, respect, kindness, loyalty, hard work. A ring is not going to make that happen. A marriage document is not going to make that happen. Sorry. That's a fact. So how you actually treat the person matters. So it's like, buying a gym membership. Great. You bought a gym membership. Okay. But do you exercise? So, you know what I mean? So are you eating right? Are you sleeping right? Are you, you know, taking care of yourself? Because whoop de doo, you signed up for a gym. Whoop de doo, you signed up for marriage. Like, okay. And anyways, I don't know. Tell me what you think. What are your ideas on marriage? I'm curious because I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. What the hell do I know? But anyways, so let me know in the comment section below. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. DJ Tony over and out. Don't forget like and subscribe, Struns. Bye.